you there? Hi. Hello. Today I have an assortment of books to read to you to help you fall asleep. Let's start with Never Touch a Polar Bear. Never touch a polar bear. You must never touch a polar bear who's learning how to knit. If you laugh at his new scarf, you won't like you one bit. You must never touch a penguin who skates past in a flash, and make sure not to giggle if he falls down with a crash. fluffy wool hat with the pink pom-pom on top. It did more than keep her head warm, it kept her heart warm too. It made her brave, it made her bold, it made her bloom. Lucy loved winter, her friends did not. Your fur is freezing, said Mona when Lucy came inside. Your nose is dripping, said Millie. Your teeth are chattering, said Marcello. I know, said Lucy. Isn't it wonderful? She asked her friends to join her, but they wouldn't budge. We're comfy and cozy, they said, warm and toasty till spring. So Lucy donned her hat and dashed outside all by herself. She caught snowflakes with her tongue, flapped her arms to make snow angels, and built snow mice. Lots of snow mice. But Lucy wanted to share winter with her friends. So she tried bringing it to them. First, she brought snow cones, then a giant icicle. She even planned an indoor snowball fight. It was a soggy flop. Please come outside, begged Lucy. Not till it's warm, said Mona. Not till the flowers bloom, said Millie. Not unless that snow is made of mozzarella, said Marcello. One day, Lucy skidded on an ice patch. She slipped, she slid, she soared. Lucy couldn't wait to try again. She fashioned skates out of pine needles and scurried to the pond. At first she wobbled, she fell more than once, but with practice, soon she was ice skating. Her tail twirled with joy. She couldn't let her friends miss out on this. So Lucy gathered supplies and returned underground. Finally come to your senses, asked Mona. Ready to thaw out, squeaked Millie. Tired of being provolone, asked Marcello. Lucy hummed happily. You'll see, she said. Lucy skated every day. Then she danced back to her burrow, trailing bits of yarn or piles of pine needles. The other mice wondered what she was doing, but Lucy didn't say a word. She just kept working quietly in her room. Her friends grew more and more curious. What on earth are you up to? Asked Mona. Don't keep us in suspense, said Millie. We must pecorino, called Marcello. After a few finishing touches, Lucy was finally done. She placed a new hat on each mouse's head. These will keep you warm, she said, inside and out. The mice marveled at their new hats. I have something else to show you, said Lucy. Follow me. And to her surprise, they did. One by one, the mice emerged from underground. Lucy ushered them to the pond. Then, as the sun twinkled across the ice, Lucy took off. She spiraled and swirled, swizzled and twizzled, loop-de-looped. She was flying. Marvelous, cried Mona. Spectacular, called Millie. Bravissimo, called Marcello. We want to try, squeaked her friends. Lucy handed them their skates. Then they teetered onto the ice. They wobbled, they fell. But with practice, soon they were mice skating. Wee, squealed Mona. What fun, squeaked Millie. Who knew winter could be so gouda, said Marcello.